The Enchanted Amethyst, Seraphina's Hidden Treasure. Chapter 1. The Enchantress and Her Feline Kin. Once upon a time in the enchanted Cradlewood Forest, a place of splendid beauty and startling peculiarities, there lived a bright-eyed, curly-haired maiden, Seraphina. Her heart, infused with joy and kindness, radiated warmth that melted even the iciest winter snow. She lived in an old cobblestone cottage with her charming indigo-tinged kitten, Felix, who was as playful and jovial as any feline could be, his purrs working like a charm to lighten Seraphina's heart on a cloudy day. The peculiarity about young Seraphina was an ethereal amethyst pendant she possessed, a treasured legacy from her loving grandmother. Engraved with mystical symbols, it shimmered an otherworldly glow that never dimmed. It was said to hold an endless magic capable of miraculous transformations. Seraphina, however, was only privy to one enchantment the pendant could cast, and it was inexplicably tied to her darling Felix. Whenever she activated the pendant's magic, Felix, the kitten, would shed his tiny soft form and morph into a majestic, luxuriantly maned lion with deep blue fur. Awe-inspiring, yet utterly endearing, Lion Felix was a sight to behold. His grandeur and prowess were softened by his kittenish antics, his tenderness juxtaposing his formidable appearance. His mighty roars often ended in an endearing squeak that echoed through the forest, spreading laughter among all its inhabitants. Life in Cradlewood Forest was peaceful as Seraphina spent her days tending to her domestic chores, exploring the expanse of the forest, and playing with Felix, who was usually a kitten but occasionally a lion. The forest creatures were accustomed to their routine, with young fawns and bunnies quite fond of their light-hearted frolicking. One sun-kissed afternoon, while gathering sweet, sun-ripened berries, Seraphina stumbled upon an ancient wooden chest half buried in the earth. It was adorned with intricate carvings and secured with a rusty iron latch. With hands trembling with excitement and curiosity, she opened the chest to reveal a time-worn map filled with bizarre symbols and a note that read, "To see what's hidden from the eye, the pendant's light you must apply." The note puzzled Seraphina, and her heart pounded with a thrill she had never experienced before. A treasure map in her hands. She was about to embark on a journey, the thought of which sent a frisson of excitement coursing through her veins. There was a treasure out there waiting for her, one that could change her life and the fate of the Cradlewood Forest. Now that's where our tale truly begins, setting the stage for a journey filled with awe-inspiring marvels, heart-pounding thrills, and laughter-infused escapades of our seeress Seraphina and her trusty feline companion, Felix. Chapter 2. The Pendant's Call to Adventure. With the excitement of the uncovered treasure map and the cryptic note fresh in her heart, Seraphina found herself racing back to her cozy cottage, Felix, now in his lion form, bounding proudly beside her. They both tumbled through the door, like a whirlwind of excited giggles and playful roars that echoed through the charming abode and sent the household mice scurrying for cover. With the pendant alight with a mysterious ethereal glow, Seraphina and Felix spent hours studying the worn map under its enchanting light. Felix, in his enormous form, tried to paw the glowing symbols, causing Seraphina to burst into fits of laughter. The pendant's light didn't reveal a treasure location, but caused the symbols themselves to move, forming a pathway that wound through well-known and unknown parts of the Cradlewood Forest. This was the start of a thrilling journey for our intrepid pair. The next few days saw Seraphina and Felix tracking the magical path etched on the map, Each location they found introduced a riddle or a challenge that they had to overcome. Some took the form of mental puzzles, and others physical obstacles requiring Felix's lion strength to surmount. One such challenge led them to confront an enormous serpent living by the Emerald Lake. The serpent, known for its ill temper and equally ill manners, was only pacified when Seraphina used her wits and charm, promising to keep the lake visitors in check. In another instance, a riddle narrated by the whistling winds of winter solstice almost stumped them, only for them to realize that the answer was hidden in the lilting tune of a specific bird species that frequented their cottage. Their dedication and perseverance in solving the enigma left even the forest's wisest owls in awe. Through these adventures, Seraphina and Felix discovered hidden parts of Cradlewood Forest they had never known before, like the ancient sentient oaks that whispered age-old tales, or the star-silver stream whose glittering waters reflected constellations. With every riddle solved and obstacle overcome, their bond deepened and their wisdom grew. They learned to trust each other completely, with Felix realizing his potential as more than just a playful pet, and Seraphina discovering that her courage was a magic far greater than that of any pendant. Unbeknownst to the young lass and her feline companion, their journey was being closely watched by unseen eyes. Did they realize that the treasure they were after was sought by others too? If not, they were soon to find out. The road to the treasure was about to get even more treacherous, the mysteries even more profound. The real adventure had only just begun. Chapter 3: The Secrets Unveiled. Seraphina and Felix continued their quest with unwavering courage and boundless enthusiasm. The treasure was within their grasp now, evidenced by the rapidly transforming symbols on their enchanted map, the magic pendant signaling their nearness to their destination. However, an ominous murmur from the forest's creatures made them cautious. They had learned by now that no adventure was without its perils. The final piece of their journey led them to the heart of the forest, where stood the legendary Luminara tree, its luminescent blossoms bathing the forest in a soft silver glow. Just as they were about to approach it, a thunderous roar echoed, and out of the tree line emerged an enormous ghastly beast, its eyes gleaming with greed. It was the fell beast of the Cradlewood legend, a creature of darkness that was said to be after the forest's magical treasures. Felix, in his lion form, stood protectively in front of Seraphina, his deep blue fur standing on end. A fierce battle ensued between the beast and the brave duo. Felix tried his hardest, but the beast was monstrously strong. Seraphina, her heart pounding, knew they needed more than just physical strength. She grabbed her pendant, and from its amethyst depths she summoned a radiant beam of light that encased the beast, halting it in its tracks. With the beast temporarily subdued, Felix and Seraphina approached the Luminara tree. The pendant began to pulse more vehemently, and as Seraphina held it up to the tree, the trunk split open, revealing a hidden cavity. Inside it they found no heaps of gold or precious jewels. Instead, there existed a radiant crystal that pulsed with a living heartbeat. The crystal was the heart of the forest, the source of its magic. A realization dawned upon them. The real treasure of Cradlewood wasn't material riches, but the essence of life and magic that it offered to all its inhabitants. It was their home, their sanctuary, and they were its protectors. With newfound resolve, Seraphina held up her pendant once more, its light merging with the crystal's heart, emanating a powerful wave of magic. The vile beast was swept away, the darkness in it replaced by a calm, gentle creature who slinked back into the forest, free from its previously destructive intent. Their journey had come full circle. They had discovered the true magic of the forest and their role within it. The forest cheered for its brave protectors, the maiden and her blue lion, as they returned home. Our story concludes here, for now, leaving us with a profound lesson of courage, friendship, and the true essence of treasure. It's not always gold and jewels. Sometimes it's the magic within us and around us, waiting to be discovered. And thus Seraphina and Felix, forever inseparable, forever extraordinary, lived joyfully, protecting their beloved Cradlewood Forest and its myriad treasures.